I have corrected 47 paper around. I have given the mark also. Please check it. If you have any doubt, if you want any marks, and please ask the private comment, and then I will recorrect your paper once again. Okay?
Okay, can anybody tell what is the last topic we have discussed in the class, in our class? What's the last topic that we have discussed in our class? Can anybody explain? Can anybody tell the topic or post it in chat box? What is the last topic that we have discussed in our class? Auto transformer starter. Okay. So what are the types of AC starters? Please unmute and answer the question because the chat. 129, can you answer the question? What is the type of AC starters we have discussed so far? What are the types of AC starters? 129, 19M129. Can you explain what are the types of AC starters? Vidya ma'am?
Yes, sir.
You saw board konjam melaye irukku.
Board?
இல்ல கொஞ்சம் கீழ இருக்கிறது நாட் விசிபிளா இருக்கு.
Okay, sir. Anybody explain about auto transformer starter?
Yes ma'am.
Anybody?
If they are not explaining means they are not telling, then what is the use of taking class so far else? தம்பி நாங்க டாபிக் முடிக்கிறது முக்கியம் கிடையாது, நீங்க எந்த அளவுக்கு கோஆபரேட் பண்றீங்களோ அதுதான் இருக்கு. லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் என்ன டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுச்சுன்னு கேட்டேன், அதுக்கு யாரும் பதில் சொல்லல. ஸோ வாட் ஆர் தி டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஏசி ஸ்டார்டர்ஸ்? ஏசி ஸ்டார்டர்ஸே இப்போ நம்ம ஃபுல்லாக முடிக்க போகிறோம். என்ன டைப் பார்த்துருக்கீங்கன்னு கேட்குறோம், அதுக்கும் நீங்கள் சொல்லலைன்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? புரியலையா, தெரியலையா, இல்லை வாட் இஸ் தி ஃபால்ட் பிஹைண்ட் அஸ்? சொல்லுங்க யாரு?
ஸ்டார்டர்.
என்ன ஸ்டார்டர்மா?
DOL ஸ்டார்டர்.
DOL ஸ்டார்டர்.
பிரைமரி ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் ஸ்டார்டர்.
பிரைமரி ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் ஸ்டார்டர்.
ஸ்டார் டெல்டா ஸ்டார்டர்.
ஸ்டார் டெல்டா ஸ்டார்டர்.
ரோட்டரி ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் ஸ்டார்டர்.
ரோட்டார் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் ஸ்டார்டர்.
ஆட்டோ டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்மர்.
ஆட்டோ. வெரி குட், வெரி குட், very good Sanjay. So can you tell what are the types of DC starters? So somewhat 4 or 5 members are answering the question what we are asking. Remaining are simply sitting or they may do some other work, I think so. Abhinesh, one or two Abhinesh. Abhinesh. One or two Abhinesh. So if you are repeating this means I will mark it as absent for you. I'm marking absent for 1 or 2.
Yes.
1 or 5. Can you tell what are the different types of DC starters we have discussed in class?
2-point starter, 3-point starter, 4-point starter.
Okay. 106. 106. Can you tell where we are using 2-point starter? Can you tell where we are using 2-point starter? Which motor we are using 2-point starter? 106. 106.
Sir.
Can you tell which motor we are using 2-point starter? Okay. 107. 107 Chandru.
Sir.
Can you tell which motor we are using 2-point starter?
DC motors.
DC motor.
DC motors.
DC motor. So in DC motor we are having many types more. Okay, somewhat you are telling. Okay, Vidya ma'am, carry on. We will ask questions later.
Yes, sir.
So while if you are not telling the question answers means you will mark it as absent for today. Damn sure.
Yes, sir. But they are not answering,
Yeah.
but they have written in the paper. All of them is writing the all questions. How
So
is it possible?
how it is possible?
Without knowing how you are writing all the questions, all are getting good marks. If you corrected 47 paper, all having a good marks. I think they have
I don't know
copied.
what we are doing, what you are doing with copying or anything else. I don't know. But you didn't open your note. வாயை திறக்கவே மாட்டேங்கிறீங்க. யாரை கேட்டாலும் எந்த கேள்வி கேட்டாலும் திறக்க மாட்டேங்கிறீங்க. Vidya ma'am.
Yes, sir. And then continuation of starting of AC motor. Already I discussed about the auto transformer starter as well as stator resistance, and then direct online starter. Then next one is star delta starter. Again, compared to all other starters, it is the best method because it is while running time it is connected as star, and then while the starting time the winding is connected as star winding, and then at the time of running the winding will changes to delta, which means at the time of starting the stator winding is connected in star, means if it is star, my phase current will be reduced to 1/√3 phase voltage. So if it is reduced voltage, means what will happen? Current also will be reducing. So at the time of starting, I have connected the winding in terms of star, which means I need the reduced voltage. So in star connection, we know that V phase is equal to VL divided by √3, which means normally it produces the phase voltage across 1/√3 times of the line voltage. So which means at the time of starting, I have attained a reduced starting voltage. If my voltage is reduced, what will happen? My current also will be reducing. So in order that I have attained a starting current will be minimized. So at the time of starting, it is connected star, and then once it reaches 70 or 80% of the rated speed, after that my two-way switch will come to the running portion, which means it will applied what is that? Applied voltage fully is acquired to the rotor. I'm repeating once again. Our main aim is we need to reduce the starting current. So for that, I have connected so many resistance or so many methods to reduce the starting current. Here's one method, star delta starter, which means I have connected the winding star as well as delta. This is my star connection, and then if my winding is connected like this is my delta connection. So what this means, depends upon the winding the way connected, the voltage and current will be varying. So if it is star connected, the phase voltage will be reduced 1/√3 times. So while applying a star at the time of starting, what will happen? It produces the less starting voltage. So if the voltage is reduced, we know that V is equal to I into R. So V is directly proportional to I. If my voltage is reduced, what will happen? My current also will be reduced. So at the time, my starting current will be reduced. Whereas my two-way switch start at the time it is connected when applying a supply, it is on. So first it is connected as star. After that, it reduces the voltage, and then once the motor attains 70 or 80% of the rated speed, what will happen? The switch will be closed fully, and then it will move to the running position. That time my stator winding will change to delta. So which means at the time of starting only we need reduced voltage. So I am using a star connection. So at the running time I need a fully rated voltage and starting current. So then after that I move to the delta. So delta is different. Then in delta there is no change of voltage. There is only change of current will be occurred. So we need a reduced voltage and reduced current at the starting time itself. That's why only we have applied a star connection for the starting time, and then while coming to the running time, it automatically moves to the delta connection, and then it means it prevents the starting current. As well as we need a two coil, overload release coil, and then under voltage release coil. Both, whenever the power failure occur, the UVRC will be de-energized and then automatically come to the off position. So the same way, my OLRC, overload release coil. Whenever the overload occurs, that time my overload release coil is automatically energized, and then it is connected to the switch, and switch pulled out. If the switch is pulled out, it automatically, there is no current will be entered into the motor. So normally all the type of starters we have a two relays. Normally it's under voltage and over voltage release coil. So in order to prevent from the failure and then disconnection of supply, we need they have attached the two relays, nothing but UVRC and then OLRC, which means under voltage release coil and then overload release coil. This is the setup of star delta starter. Compared to auto transformer starter, this cost wise is better. So normally we have moved to the star delta starter only. So in lab also you have seen, if you are coming to the college means you have to do experiment in the star delta starter. In load test and 3-phase induction motor, we have used the star delta starter. So this again I have to write the final equation. We know that it is the last formula. Please turn your pages. Have solved the formula by TST by TF. In that I have substituted the x squared by ISC by IF. The last class formula, the same I have applied here. Instead of x, I have supplied 1/√3, which means my TST by TF, my starting torque to full load torque, which will be 1/3 times of ISC by star.
Ma'am, please use right side, ma'am. That portion is not visible.
Not visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So please turn your pages. There I have written the auto transformer starter final equation TST by TF. The same formula I am using here. TST is nothing but starting torque to full load torque, which is equal to x squared by ISC by IF. Again, squared into SF. SF is nothing but full load slip. So here I'm going to substitute 1 by root 3 because we know that it is factor affecting on 1 by root 3. So if I substituted 1 by root 3 times means what I am getting ISC by IF the whole square into SF, which is equal to 1 by 3 times of ISC by IF the whole square. This is the formula I have getting in the TST by TF. In the last, in auto transformer starter, we have used only this formula because we don't know the factors, but here we know we are connecting a star, so we know that the factor is affecting the reduced starting torque to full load torque. It is reduced in terms of 1 by root 3 times, so it is 1 by root 3 squared means 1 by 3. So this is the value you are getting in terms of star delta starter. Any doubt in it? Is it clear? Again, compared to auto transformer starter, we are preferring a star delta starter. Instead of using auto transformer, you can use star delta also, and then it is used for medium and low speed motor application. So, what is that? Cost wise is very less. The three things you have to know while reading about the star delta. First, when at the time of starting, my stator winding is connected as star. After that, once it reaches a 70 or 80% of the speed, what will happen? My two-way switch is fully closed, which means my star winding will move to the delta. And then in order to reduce the starting voltage, I have connected the star winding. Because in star winding, my voltage will be reduced 1 by root 3 times. So at the time of starting, my voltage and current will be reduced. So after that, it moved to the delta connection. In delta connection, there is no voltage reduction applying. So we have at the time of starting only, we need reduced voltage. So that for that purpose only, I have connected the star winding. And then again, it has in this diagram they didn't talk about the OLRC and UVRC, but all the starter default they have connected the two coils or two relays. One is OLRC and UVRC, which means whenever the overload occurs, the time my OLRC is de-energized, which means it comes to the off position. The same way UVRC, under voltage release coil, whenever the power failure occurs, when there is a disclosure of supplies occur, the time my UVRC is automatically de-energized and then it comes to the off position, which means there is no current will be entered into the motor and then stator and rotor. So this is how it will be prevent from the faults. This is star delta starter. And then this is the equation I have derived from the auto transformer starter. There we don't know about how the starting current and full load torque will be occurred. It is a numerical term. We don't know. Once we have solved, only have find out in terms of auto transformer starter. But here we know that we have reduced the voltage in terms of 1 by root 3. So I have applied X in terms of 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 whole square will be 1 by 3. So normally the auto star delta starter, we have get the 1 by 3 times of ISC by IF into SF. SF is nothing but full load slip. This is the star delta starter. Any doubt in it? Any doubt? No, ma'am. Okay. Have you all copied? Have you all copied? Drawn neatly and then no, ma'am. Okay. Once you completed, let me know. Then I have moved to the last type of starter as rotor resistance starter. From the last one. After that, I have moving to the braking. Definitely if there is a question from star delta and then auto transformer starter, don't skip this starting of AC and DC motor. Both are different. If they sometimes they have asked anybody write the starting of DC motor and explain one neatly. There you have to write the 2 point and 3 point and 4 point starter, because DC starter only, DC starter, and while coming to the AC starter, they have given commonly as AC starter. There you have to write these 5 types of starter. Apart from these 5 type of starter, there is so many starters is available, but mostly we are using this type of starter. So I have talking about these 5 only. If you completed, let me know. Completed?
Please completed. You are completed.
Last one is rotor resistance starter. And which type of motor I can apply rotor resistance starter? I'm repeating once again. In which type of motor I can use rotor resistance starter? Answer my question.
AC motor.
Hello, I'm taking only AC starter only, but I'm asking in which type of AC motor I can apply rotor resistance starter. There is so many types there in the AC motor. 3-phase, I'm talking about 3-phase induction motor. In 3-phase induction motor, there's a 2 types. So in which I can apply the rotor resistance starter. In which type of motor, 3-phase induction motor, I can apply rotor resistance starter. Anybody? While talking about the necessity of starter, I have talked about the please refer your note and see and tell which type of motor I can use the stator resistance starter. Is it clear?
Ma'am is asking which type of motor. The types of AC motors.
Slip ring induction.
What? Slip ring?
Induction motor.
Slip ring induction motor.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Because in slip ring induction only I can connect the external resistance towards the rotor. So This type of starters I can apply only for
Slip ring induction.
slip ring induction motor. Anybody tell how the starting current will be reduced in terms of rotor resistance starter? How the starting current will be reduced with respect to rotor resistance starter? See the diagram and say how it will be reducing. If you have any doubt, please refer the stator resistance starter. It's somewhat similar to the stator resistance starter. How it will be working or how the starting current will be reduced with respect to rotor resistance starter. Very simple.
So stator resistance, rotor resistance starter. We're having only
If you understand the concept, means you can easily answer the question.
only a minute difference between the two.
Yes, please refer your previous class notes. There I have talked about the stator resistance starter, how it will be working. The same we can use for the apply for rotor resistance starter. Only one difference. There I have connected the additional resistance with respect to stator. Here I have connected the additional resistance with respect to rotor. Nothing else. Now anybody say how the starting current will be reduced with respect to rotor resistance starter. You can see your written notes or you can see the board, but I need the answer. Try. Try. Do you know or not? No one is listening my class. At least I have connected the starting resistance with respect to rotor. At the time of starting, I am adding an additional resistance with respect to rotor. Which means if I am adding a resistance, means we know that I is equal to V by R. If I am adding a resistance, means what will happen? My current will be reduced. That's nothing else. It is similar to stator resistance starter. If I am adding additional resistance, means the starting current will be reduced. Again, it is applied only for slip ring induction motor because in slip rings only I can add the additional resistance. But in squirrel cage induction motor, we cannot add additional resistance because all the rotor winding is connected. End of the winding is they connected together. So it looks like a squirrel cage. So we cannot add the additional resistance with respect to rotor. But here the rotor winding is connected with the slip rings. In slip rings, we have connected the additional winding, additional connection also. So there in the end rings, I have connected the additional resistance. So what will happen? If I'm adding the resistance means my current will be started to decreasing. So this is how I meet up the starting resistance will be reduced. Okay, if I connected the additional resistance with respect to stator, what will happen? My stator will give the reduced current. And then followed by rotor, because every time my stator flex will be followed to rotor plus. After that only the torque will be induced. So you can connect primary stator and rotor also. We cannot connect the additional winding with respect to squirrel cage. So I can use the slip ring induction motor. In slip ring induction motor, I can connect the additional resistance with respect to rotor. Nothing else. It is similar to stator resistance starter. If you know the concept, if I'm adding additional resistance means the starting current will be reduced. That is the only word I have expecting the rotor resistance starter. Nothing else. But the other things, direct online and star delta and auto transformer, you have to explain how it will be working, and then the working principle is different from the primary and rotor resistance starter. But while coming to the rotor and the stator resistance starter, the only word I'm expecting you have to be written in the answer sheet, that nothing else. If I'm adding additional resistance with respect to stator and rotor, what will happen? My starting current will be reduced. This is the working principle of rotor resistance starter. Nothing else. If you know the formula, V is equal to I into R, from this you can write very simple. Some of them I have connected 47 paper, some of them are copying, I think, only one or two people only genuinely they have trying to answer. All are copying the what is multimodal drive and give some examples. They have copied from the whether my question bank or anything. They have all the things are writing the same concept. I have checked all the papers. Simply you are copying only. You are not genuine with the CA1. All are getting good marks except 1 and 2. So from this, the starting of AC and DC motor will be over. If you have any doubt in starting of AC and DC motor, ask me now, and then I will clarify, and then straight away I am moving to the braking. Please ask any doubt in the starting of AC, sir.
We are having that star delta starters animated thing.
Video, sir.
Animated video. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Animated video for star delta starter, AC starters. Okay, once you finish, you tell ma'am, we will.
Yes, sir, I have finished, sir. Please pin Suresh my surname. There you have seen the animated video of star delta. Please watch.
Hey there guys, Paul here from the engineeringmindset.com. In this video, we're going to be learning how star delta starters work for three-phase induction motors. Remember, electricity is dangerous and can be fatal. You should be qualified and competent to carry out any electrical work. Now this is a real-world star delta starter, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to tell me what each part does and how the whole system works together. Now for this video, I'm going to be using the old red, yellow, blue color code.
Yes, it is audible. Videos clear.
Yes, sir.
Videos playing, ma'am.
Sound echo.
Echo.
மியூட் பண்ணிட்டேன் சார், இப்போ கேட்காதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Now
Voting for the phases simply because I think
இப்போ ஓகேவாமா?
it's easier to see. However, I will also show you versions with colours used in the US, EU, UK and Australia a little later into this video. Three-phase motors are used in almost every commercial and industrial building. Inside a three-phase induction motor, we have three separated coils which are used to produce a rotating magnetic field. When we pass an AC current through each coil, the coil will produce a magnetic field which changes in intensity as well as polarity as the electrons change direction. But if we were to connect each coil to a different phase, then the electrons in each phase will change direction.
என்னமா எக்கோ அடிக்குதா?
சார் 2 மைக் ஆன்ல இருக்கு சார், அதனால 2 மைக்ல இருந்து கேக்குது சார்.
என்னோட ஒரு மைக் தான் ஆன்ல இருக்கு. நான் பேசுறது கரெக்டா கேக்குதா?
சார் நீங்க பேசுறது கரெக்டா கேக்குது சார்.
சரி, நான் ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டு போறேன்.
Between forwards and backwards at different times compared to the other phases. This means that the Hey there guys, Paul here from the engineeringmindset.com. In this video, we're going to be learning how star delta starters work for three-phase induction motors. Remember, electricity is dangerous and can be fatal. You should be qualified and competent to carry out any electrical work. Now this is a real-world star delta starter, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to tell me what each part does and how the whole system works together. Now for this video, I'm going to be using the old red, yellow, blue color coding for the phases simply because I think it's easier to see. However, I will also show you versions with colors used in the US, EU, UK and Australia a little later into this video. Three-phase motors are used in almost every commercial and industrial building. Inside a three-phase induction motor, we have three separated coils which are used to produce a rotating magnetic field. When we pass an AC current through each coil, the coil will produce a magnetic field which changes in intensity as well as polarity as the electrons change direction. But if we were to connect each coil to a different phase, then the electrons in each phase will change direction between forwards and backwards at different times compared to the other phases. This means that the magnetic field will change in intensity and polarity at a different time compared to the other phases. To distribute this magnetic field, we need to rotate the coils 120 degrees from the last phase and then combine these into the motor stator to produce the rotating magnetic field. This rotating magnetic field will cause the rotor, which sits inside the coils, to spin, and we can then use this to drive fans, pumps, etc. On the top, or sometimes on the side of the motor, we have an electrical terminal box. I'll just move that box here to make it easier to see. Inside this electrical terminal box, we have 6 electrical terminals. Each terminal has a corresponding letter and number. We have U1, V1 and W1, and then W2, U2 and V2. We have our phase 1 coil connected to the 2 U terminals. We then have the phase 2 coil connected to the 2 V terminals. And then we have the phase 3 coil which is connected to the 2 W terminals. Here's a real-world example of an induction motor's electrical terminal box. Now I'm going to test your understanding of this a little later into this video. Notice that the coil terminals are in a different arrangement from the top side to the bottom side. We'll see why that is in just a moment. We now bring in the three-phase power supply and connect these to their respective terminals. We always connect the supply side to terminals U1, V1 and W1. Now for the motor to run, we need to complete the circuit, and there are 2 ways to do this. The first way is the delta configuration. For this, we connect across the terminals from U1 to W2, V1 to U2 and W1 to V2. This will give us our delta configuration. Now when we pass an AC current through the phases, we see that electricity flows from one phase into another as the direction of AC power reverses in each phase at a different time. That's why we have the terminals at different arrangements, because we can connect across and allow electricity to flow between the phases as the electrons reverse direction at different times. By the way, if you want to learn more about how three-phase electricity works, then we've covered this in great detail in our previous videos. Do check those out, links are in the video description down below. Now the other way that we can connect the terminals is to use the star configuration. In this method, we connect between W2, U2 and V2 on only one side of the motor terminals. This will give us our star equivalent design. Now when we pass AC current through the coils, we see that the electrons are shared between the phases at the terminals. So looking again at this real-world example of the motor terminals, can you tell me which method is being used? 3, 2, 1. Correct, it's the delta configuration. The two ways we just saw of configuring the motor in star or delta are fixed methods. To change them, we have to physically cut the power, open the motor terminals, and then rearrange them. Now this isn't exactly practical to do. So how can we automate this? To do this, we need to use some contactors. Now they come in various designs, but if we look inside one, then the basic operation is just a switch that can either make or break a circuit to control the flow of electricity in all three phases simultaneously. So we take our main contactor, and then we connect our three-phase supply to one side, and then we connect the other side to the respective terminals within the induction motor's electrical terminal box. We then take a second contactor, which will be used for our delta circuit, and we feed our three phases into this also. From here, we connect our phase 1 to terminal V2, which is the phase 2 coil. Then we connect our phase 2 to terminal W2, which is the phase 3 coil. And finally, we connect our phase 3 wire to the U2 terminal, which is the phase 1 coil. Now we take another contactor, which will be used for our star circuit, and we connect our three-phase power into this. On the top, we just connect all three phases together. I'll just remove the casing of the contactors so that we can see what's happening inside. Now we start in the star configuration, and to do that we activate both the main and the star contactor terminals so that they close to complete the circuit. Now when we pass electricity through the circuit, the electricity passes through each phase and coil and then out through the motor terminals and into the star contactor where the path of the electrons is shared. This allows them to flow in and out of another phase as the direction of each phase changes. This star connection method will run for a few seconds before switching over to delta. For the delta connection, we disconnect the star contactor and then close the delta connection. This all happens very quickly. Now we have the electricity flowing in, but it splits direction. It flows into both the main as well as the delta contactor. The electricity in the main contactor path will flow into the motor coils, and the electricity which took the delta contactor route will flow to the opposite side of the motor terminals. Each will then flow between the different phases as they reverse direction. To control the changeover from star to delta contactors, we simply use a timer to control this. This will automatically change the configuration over after a set amount of time. Additionally, there are more advanced versions which will monitor the amps or motor speed. If you are in the US, then you might find these colors being used. This is for a 208 volt three-phase supply, but the colors will be different if you're using a 480 volt three-phase supply. In the UK, EU and Australia, you'll find these colors used for the phases. If you're in the UK, then you're probably still going to come across versions with the red, yellow, blue colors being used. This is an old, outdated color system, but old installations are still going to exist. So coming back to this real world photo of a star delta starter, can you tell me which part is which? 3, 2, 1. Correct. This is the main contactor, this is the delta contactor, this is the star contactor, and this is the timer. Notice on the star contactor, they've just connected two wires into the same terminal to create that star point. So why then do we use star delta starters? We use the star delta starter to reduce the inrush current when the motor starts. When a large induction motor starts in delta, their starting current can be over 5 times higher than the full load current which occurs when the motor stabilizes and runs normally. This huge surge in current will cause lots of problems. The building's electrical system will be hit by this sudden large demand. The electrical infrastructure will rapidly increase in temperature, leading to component failure and even electrical fires. The sudden large demand causes voltage drops throughout the building's electrical system. This can be visually seen because the lights will dip. This can cause many problems for sensitive equipment such as computers, servers, and safety systems. So to reduce the starting current, we simply need to reduce the starting voltage. The star configuration will reduce the coil voltage to around 58% compared to the delta configuration. A lower voltage will lead to a lower current. Current in the coil, while in star configuration, will be around 33% of the delta configuration. This will also lead to a reduction in torque. The star configuration torque will also be around 33% compared to delta. So let's look at a simplified basic example of what's happening here to understand it further. Now let's say we have the motor connected in delta with a typical European supply voltage of 400 volts. That means when we use a multimeter to measure the voltage between any two phases, we will get a reading of 400 volts. We call this our line-to-line voltage. By the way, if you don't have a multimeter, then I highly recommend you get one for your toolkit. It's an essential piece of kit for any electrical fault finding and building your understanding of electricity. Links down below for which one to get and from where. Now if we measure across the two ends of a coil, we again measure the line-to-line voltage of 400 volts. Let's say each coil has a resistance or impedance, as this is AC power, of 20 ohms. That means we will get a current reading on the coil of 20 amps. We can calculate that from 400 volts divided by 20 ohms, which equals 20 amps. But the current in the line will be different. It will be 34.6 amps. And we get that from 20 amps divided by the square root of 3, which gives us 34.6 amps. That's because the phase is connected to the two coils. Now if we look at the star configuration, we again have a line-to-line voltage of 400 volts. We see that if we measure between any two phases. But with the star configuration, all our coils meet at the star point or the neutral point. It's from this point that we can run a neutral line if we need to. So this time, when we measure the voltage across the ends of any coil, we get a lower value of 230 volts. That's because the coil isn't directly connected between two phases like the delta version was. One end is connected to the phase, but the other end is connected to the shared point or the neutral point. So the voltage is therefore shared and will be less because one phase is always in reverse. We can see the 230 volt reading by dividing 400 volts by the square root of 3, which gives us 230 volts. As the voltage is less, the current will be 2. If the coil is again 20 ohms of resistance or impedance, then the current is calculated by 230 volts divided by 20 ohms, which is 11.5 amps. The line current in this design will also therefore be 11.5 amps. So we can see with the delta connection, the coil is exposed to the full 400 volts between two phases. But the star connection is only exposed to 230 volts between the phase and the neutral point. So we can see that the star uses less voltage and therefore less current compared to the delta version, and that is why we use it first. Okay guys, that's it for this video.
Sir, is it over? Suresh sir?
Wait a minute, ma'am. Wait a minute, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So that is the diagram for the DOL starter. Okay, what we are seeing is the diagram for the DOL starter. Okay, so same thing, also having on and off button, direct online starter. So this is the connection diagram for the DOL starter. With the help of the same overvolt relay and undervolt relay, it is and then main conductor, it is connecting the motor. We are connecting the motor. So this is the power circuit diagram for the motor. So from the main supply, having overvolt relay, undervolt relay, and on and off button, it is connected with the contactor. Clear? Okay. So if you are taking any type of motor, so this is the concept. If you understand the concept, then it will be all the motor starter will be similar. Clear? Vidya ma'am? Vidya ma'am? No, it's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if anybody having any doubt regarding the starters, can you understand what is happening in star and delta? Can you understand what is happening in star, delta, starter? How we are changing the star and delta, like that we are understanding or not? So if you are moving on to the lab experiment, while we are doing the lab experiment, we can physically know what is the type of starter and how it is working. So it is telling that we are telling that for the particular period it must be connected in star connector, and after it must be connected in delta connector. So that and all, how we changes either it in manual connection or it in the by time, with the help of the timer we are connecting the supply means. So we are everything we will do in a practical manner. Okay, while we are connecting doing our load test on single phase motor or a load test on 3-phase motor, we are having all the type of starters in our lab. We can do and we can make use of it. Okay, clear? We are having slip ring induction motor, squirrel cage induction motor, 3-phase, single phase, all the types and all the starters we are having. So if you are in lab means we can open it and we can explain it. Okay, so by tomorrow we can see all the type of starter. Okay, during lab session we will discuss about all the type of starter in the virtual mode. Okay, so if you are in the lab means we will able to see the all the type of starters. Here, if you're having any doubt regarding starters, please ask. As
Any
man,
doubt?
everything in all the type of starter, it's having overvolt contactor and undervolt relay contactor, overvolt relay or undervolt relay. It is connected to the main conductor. So the things are same, but it depends upon the types of motor. So if you understand this concept, you can make able to write all the type of starters, whether it is a AC starter or DC starter. So depending upon the type of motor and type of connection, it will be changing. Clear? So if you are having any doubt, please ask us. Did you understand the video, what it is played and what is still, what is shown in the video? Did you understand anything? Can you understand what is delta connected, what is star connected, and how the current flow in delta, how the current flow in the star connected, and how they are connecting the terms? Do you understand this? That is the main purpose of that video.
Somebody unmute and talk with us.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
keep on asking.
I think Sanjay is the active person in this class. So remaining are all, they not even open your mouth. Can you understand? So what is the purpose of it? What is the purpose of star? What is the purpose of delta? Like then if you understand the things, so I will simply seeing the video as you listening your movie songs.
Have you all understood how all the starters are working and then how it will be different from others? Have you all
we are having 5 type of starters. Every starter is different from other one to another. Okay, so you can also surf through your net. You are having many videos regarding it. Many animated videos are there. So please surf it and find the concept behind it. Okay, so don't write the things or copying the things by others. காப்பி பண்ணி படிக்காதீங்க, யூஸே இல்லை. ஒருத்தரை பார்த்து இன்னொரு எழுதுறது, இல்லை நாங்கள் கொடுக்குற நோட்ஸ் எழுதுறது, நோ யூஸ்.
And then tomorrow we have a lab session. No one has submitted the last class experiment, and then first class experiment also. No one is somebody or 4 or 5 are submitted. Others I have put it 0 for experiment 1, and then if you're not submitting by tomorrow, and then for this experiment also it will be 0 only. Clear? We have completed 2 experiments, but no one is. I think that 2 experiments will be the same experiment. The speed control of armature control as well as field current control is both same experiment, but in virtual lab they were given separate experiment. If you didn't complete by tomorrow morning 11 o'clock, I'm giving extended time to 11 o'clock. If you're not submitting the both experiment, means I have marked it as 0 for all. If you submitted, no problem. Is it clear? And then once you submitted, you have to write about how it will be working, how we are doing the experiment. Then only I can give the 99 or 100 marks. If you are simply copying and then you are simply doing, means I have given only 60 marks only. So I need a clear explanation of the experiment, how it will be working, how we are changing the values. Then only I can understand whether you are understanding or not. So tomorrow morning 11 o'clock, you have to submit. You are supposed to submit both experiment, speed control of field current control as well as armature voltage control. So no explanation tomorrow. If you not done means simply I won't ask. I'll mark it as 0. Nothing. And then you may file in lab also. If you are filing lab, you can't able to. You have to redo the rewrite the exam again. So
another.
Yes, sir.
Another problem in this class, ma'am, they are coming and going. That's the main problem. Because while starting, it's only 40 or something percent. During mid period, it came to 72, 70. Now it is only 68. So I will
mark it as absent. Those are left, you can mark it as absent, sir. Around we have expecting including data entry, it's around 103 or 104. So it's simply 66. So others 40 you can mark it as absent, sir. No problem.
No, ma'am. Today we are going to see the timings also from next class. Also we are seeing the timings of the particular person. So if he or she fail to join the whole day class, it will be marked as absent.
Okay.
Yeah, Sanjay.
Sir, நான் ஒரே ஒரு சார் லேப் கிளாஸ் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கேன். ஸ்பீட் கண்ட்ரோல் மட்டும் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கேன் சார் நானு.
Okay, நீங்க லேட்டர் என்ட்ரி தான்.
Speed control of last class only, no problem. It is same as இப்ப என்ன பண்ணியோ அதே தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வரும். 6 தெரியலன்னு உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் சொல்லி தரோம்.
Okay ma'am, thank you ma'am.
Okay. So others expert Sanjay, others you have to submit your record with explanation by tomorrow 11 a.m. Is it clear? And the next topic is braking. Braking is nothing but to stop the motor, or I need to stop the motor at a particular point, and then we have to what is that? In deceleration, there is a problem occur there. You can apply a braking. So braking is nothing but to stop the motor. So normally, if you are going in two-wheeler, that time you are applying brake. What will happen? If you are applying brake in two-wheeler, what will happen?
This under basic question. இதெல்லாம் ஆன்சர் பண்ணலாம் கண்டிப்பா.
Yes.
Vehicle stops.
So whether it stop or it takes 1 or 2 minutes to stop.
all are
before
telling it's
applying brake, what will happen? Whether it suddenly stopped or it takes 1 or 2 minutes to take
1 or 2 seconds.
yes, it's 1 or 2 seconds. So braking, if I'm applying while starting, we have to take more concentrate, because at the time of starting, the starting current and starting torque will be high. In order to reduce that, we are moving to the starter. The same way, while coming to the starter motor braking, we need to take care of braking, because there are so many types of braking there. Here I'm going to talk about only 3 in terms of DC motor. So braking of DC motor, first one is regenerative braking. And the next one is plugging. And then third one is dynamic braking. These are the braking you can apply for DC motors. So once I completed DC, then after that only I can move into the another AC motors. So for the main purpose to start the motor, I'm moving to these 3 types. First one is regenerative, and then plugging, and then dynamic. The regenerative braking is nothing but I can apply for only the shunt motor. So why means, so the regeneration means, if I'm applying a braking means the electrical energy is fed back to the supply. There is no, when there is what will happen if I'm applying a braking, there is a voltage and power will be wasted. But regenerative braking, the wasted supply, the electrical energy will be fed back to the electrical supply. So that is called regenerative braking. So this only I can apply when N is greater than or N is greater than N naught. So whenever my no load voltage will be, whenever my motor will be running higher than the no load voltage, that time only I can apply a regenerative braking. Sorry, N is less than N naught. So what will happen? The time my regenerative braking will be applied, so that time my motor will be run as generator. So whenever my no load voltage will be higher than the normal voltage, the time regenerative braking occur, the time my motor will be act as a generator. If my motor acts as a generator means my back EMF will be reversed. So my back EMF will be reversed means we know that V is equal to EBB plus IARA. So I need my voltage. So V is equal to, sorry, I is equal to, IA is equal to V minus EB, sorry, V plus EB and then RA. Is that? So Y is equal to V minus EB and then RA. So this is the basic formula you can apply from the voltage equation. So if my back EMF will be reversed means my armature current also will be reversed. If my armature current is reversed means what will happen? My torque will be reversed. So T is directly proportional to pi IA. If my armature current will be reversed and the starting torque will be reversed, the time it will be come to the stop of the motor. It will come to the braking automatically. Normally, we can giving the braking by the 3 steps. First one is if I'm giving a negative terminal, if I'm changing the supply, minus plus, we are giving the supply by plus and minus. If I'm changing the supply minus and plus, that time what will happen? My armature current will be reversing and then armature torque will be reversing. If my armature torque will be reversing means my machine will be started to run in the opposite direction. So if it will be opposite direction means all the motors, if I am running in the opposite direction means it will be run as a generator. So my speed also will be reversing. If I am applying a reverse speed and then my motor will be comes to the off position. This is the one way to applying a braking. Now another one, if I'm disconnecting the armature from the supply, I have connected the additional resistance. There you can get a reversible current. So the main thing in armature only we are getting the torque, and then interaction of two fluxes will be occurred. So if I'm disconnecting the armature from the supply, means there is no current will be occurring. So what will happen? My armature current will be automatically oppose the field current. At that time, what will happen? It automatically runs in the reverse direction. So the torque will be reversed. So automatically my speed will be reversed. Again, it will come to the off position. I'm repeating once again. In order to give the braking, we have to apply the three conditions. First one is whenever my motor will be run at above the no load speed, that time what will happen? My motor will act as a generator. There my back EMF will be reversed. If the back EMF will be reversed, means armature current will be reversed, and then torque will be reversed. So the same way the speed will be reversed. Whenever it will be run at a reverse direction, it quickly comes to the stop. That is called braking. We know that for this only we have moved to the braking. Yes, in order to stop the motor, we have to give some special arrangement. Whenever, so in the regenerative braking only apply for shunt motor, because this is a rare condition, and all the time we cannot attain this condition. And all the time we cannot get the N is greater than less than the N naught. So in some special machines or some special case only we are getting a regenerative braking. So this is the only step when N is equal to less than N naught, then there only you can apply a regenerative braking. In regenerative braking, my wasted energy or the electrical energy is fed back to the supply. So there is no waste of power occur. That's why it is called regenerative braking. So whenever the regenerative braking occurs, the back EMF will be reversed automatically because it will be run at a generator. All the braking, whenever I am applying a braking, its speed will be reversing, and then our current will be reversing, means it will act as a generator. So whenever I am rotating motor in the opposite direction, it will act as a generator. So there, if I am reversing the term supply and then current and then torque, means automatically it will come to the stop position. It takes 1 or 2 minutes. After that, it will be come to the rest position. This is the way I am giving a braking to the DC motor. The first one is regenerative braking. Regenerative braking, whenever this condition is satisfied, that time only the regenerative braking we can apply. But the regenerative braking we cannot apply for DC series motor, because my series motor, as both winding is connected in series, if the winding will be reversed, means the total field and armature both are reversed. So we cannot apply the regenerative braking with respect to series motor. And plugging, I'm giving a reverse terminal voltage, minus and plus. I'm giving the reverse polarity of the voltage. What will happen if I'm giving a reverse voltage? Automatically my current will be reversed, and then followed by torque will be reversed. So if all the things are reversed, as well as speed will be reversing. So if it will be reversed, means it automatically comes to the off position. And then dynamic braking or rheostatic braking. So rheostatic braking is nothing but the last one. We can apply the braking by disconnecting the armature from the supply. If I am disconnecting the armature from the supply, and instead of I connected the rheostat or resistance, there you can apply a braking also. So this is my series motor. So series motor, I can connect the field as well as armature. So if I am disconnecting the armature from the main supply, I have connected the additional resistance. There the field winding is, I have connected the normal supply. It will be opposing. So the field and armature will be opposing. So the armature will be run opposite to the depth of field. So what will happen? My armature current will be reversing, and then torque will be reversing. So by disconnecting or we are changing the direction, you can apply a braking. This is the basic things you can apply for the braking. Is it clear? I didn't go deeply into the braking. Before that, how I can give the braking. Only I may explain. If you understand, then straight away moving to the regenerative braking. Any doubt in it? Is somebody asking?
If we give reverse supply to the motor,
Yes.
not run in reverse direction. If we give, what you are asking, Chandru? If we
Can
give
you unmute with me?
in reverse direction. Chandru, can you unmute and ask the mic problem? So what you are telling that if you are giving a reverse supply to the motor, it seems that the motor is running in reverse direction. That is your question, no?
Yes, yes. If I'm giving a reverse supply means reverse polarity means my machine will be run at a reverse direction. That time my machine, my motor will act as a generator. That is the thing I'm keep on saying. If we want to stop the motor, we have given the opposite direction. So automatically it will be run at the opposite direction means it automatically comes to the off position. It takes 1 or 2 minutes. Yes. Chandru?
Yes, Chandru. Did you clear, Chandru? Yes, we are giving. If we are giving a reverse supply means the motor is running in reverse direction.
Yes.
Once more, ma'am.
Okay. We need to give a reverse supply. If you are giving a reverse supply means what will happen? My field will be, what is that? We are in case of armature and then so for this condition, I'm applying a plug-in to the shunt motor. If I'm giving a reverse connection, what will happen? What will happen? My field will be reversed, but armature is following the same direction as the top field. So before applying the field, what is that? The both will run at the same direction. So if only I'm changing the field reverse pandra, the field and armature will be opposing. They will run at a different direction. So what will happen? We are talking about the armature and part only. So if I'm having a reverse voltage means automatically my current will be reversed, armature current. So armature current is reversed means what will happen? My torque will start to run in a reverse direction. So normally reverse pannite abina, ellame reverse la run agu. Reverse la run agumbodhu enna agu abina, it automatically comes to off position. We need to stop the motor. We need to give something. So if you are giving the reverse runners means it automatically comes to the off position. You can change the reverse polarity or you can change the armature direction will be armature direction reverse la pannalo illa you can change the supply also. By the two term you can get the reverse direction reverse voltage. So by first thing you can reverse the direction of the supply voltage or you can reverse the armature. If it is a plus minus, you can reverse it minus and plus. This also will give the stop of the motor. It also give a braking. So if I'm changing the armature terminal, so what will happen? It started to rotate in the reverse direction and then automatically come to the off position. Our main thing, we have to give some special arrangement. In case if you don't want to reverse the voltage polarity and then armature winding means you can straight away you have moved to the rheostatic braking. Instead of you are reversing the supply voltage and then reversing the armature, by simply remove the armature and then you can connect the additional resistance. What will happen? There is some voltage and then torque will be forced to stop. Which means there is no, if I remove from the armature from the supply means what will happen? It will be opposing the main field. So it automatically comes to the reverse position. So if it is reverse means the speed will be reversed and then what will happen? It automatically comes to the off position. Yes? Chandru, is it clear or not? Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Any doubt in it?
Yes, you are having any doubt in regarding the AC starters and also the braking, please.
I didn't go deeper into the braking. Just say the introduction. After that only, I'm moving to the regenerative braking. Is it clear? All of you? Shall I move
Yep.
to the regenerative braking of front motor? Yes, sir.
We are having only 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Any doubt in it? Any doubt in braking? All of you? All of you, any doubt?
Because now itself there are some are leaving.
No.
Guys, we
Somebody will explain the braking. How you can apply braking. Other from Chandru and then Sanjay, some of them keep on answering. Apart from the Chandru and then Sanjay, somebody, can you please unmute and then talk with us? What is braking?
And
Yes. What is braking?
Guys, if you completed this topic, means we are going to complete our module 2.
Yes. I need one class enough to teach about the braking. And then the module 2 will be over. Can anybody unmute and talk with us? What is in my braking?
They are not ready to talk.
Only 65 is there. Gauri Manoj, what is mean by braking? Gauri Manoj,
yes, ma'am.
what is mean by braking? What is mean by braking?
Reverse.
Yes, you are audible. Answer my question. What is mean by braking?
Reverse. It is the process of reducing speed.
Reverse brake.
Hey, Gauri Manoj, you are talking but voice is not audible.
Reduce speed.
Reduce what?
Speed.
Speed. So why I'm going to the braking instead of reducing the speed? By applying an armature and field rear side control, I can reduce the speed. Why I'm particularly moving to the braking? Sir, only for applying and reducing speed, I'm moving to the braking. This is the way I taught in the braking. For reducing the speed, I'm moving to the braking.
They are not ready to. They are not listening, ma'am. Literally, it seems. யாருமே கவனிக்கிறது இல்ல. சும்மா வீடியோ ஆன்